How do you observe a match when you are certain that one team is going to lose? In lower skill esports, it's often easy to identify when one team has a clear skill advantage over another. Usually this is shown in evidence prior to the match even starting, but can even be identifiable after a short amount of time in game. However, in scenarios where it seems completely obvious that one team is going to win and the other team is just going to lose, you should not commit yourself to showcasing the talents of just the perceived better team. The answer to the question is then, when you have evidence that one team is simply better than the other, you should spectate the winning team with priority and deviate only when appropriate. And reasons to deviate from this would be there are interesting strategies proposed by the losing team for moments of clear momentum change and when you want to show the skill disparities between the two teams. Now, for examples of these practices, we can look at the Overwatch League playoffs and a losers finals match between the Washington Justice and the Philadelphia Fusion. By map 3, we can be quite confident that the Philadelphia Fusion will win this match. The clearest indicator is that Decay and Johnio switched off the Hogzari competition that they played through the entire playoffs bracket up to this match. With this information, we shall assume that the Overwatch League observing team believes that the Fusion will win this match. With this evidence collected, we now know what the perceived better team and the perceived losing team is. And now, how do we use this information in practice?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Washington is sticking on this far. It provides a lot of pressure to the team incoming. You're taking a lot of splash damage, and Philadelphia doesn't necessarily have a Moira. It's able to just heal everybody else up quickly, so damage-boosted rockets can definitely take down squishies, and it also allows him to get to the back line when Philadelphia start pushing forward, and they want to keep Alarm in the back in that middle distance. He's able to go get the pressure on him to try to take him out. Washington, tank ultimates and support ultimates ready.
Cruz took a whole heap of damage there. There's the nano onto two, but again, he's going to get discorded, but look at the height that he's got. It's so hard to hit him from up there. He can dive around the buildings. There's one kill, there's another, and Astro doesn't stand a chance. There's the third for Tuba, making it a fourth as well as Carpe's on the ground. The rest of his team are gone, and Janu takes the kill.
This marks the third team fight in a row the Washington Justice have won in this point P defense. They have done so up to this point with pretty excellent execution and ultimate economy. These several fights marked a clear shift in momentum, at least for the moment. For this reason, the Justice have earned more screen time, but if you notice, the observing team still used Carpe and Ivy's first-person perspectives when approaching the fight, even after showing the audience that both Decay and Aim God had ultimates. In this instance, we were able to make a rapid POV swap in order to capture Tuba, killing basically everyone. However, it was clear to us as a spectator that Justice had some momentum behind them, and they would most likely win the team fight. The observing team used the evidence gathered in the previous two maps and concluded that Fusion was the perceived better team. They used this evidence to guide themselves in this fight, even though Washington Justice had a clear shift in momentum, at least for the moment. This is why you must not commit fully to one team, even if the perceived notion is that they will win the fight.
And then Janu's mech gets destroyed as well. Nice little hole to start off with as Janu jumped into the river. And that'll be the Justice going again.
Tuba just was really, really aggressive there. Got himself disconnected from Arc, and then Arc ended up, after the end of that fight, out in no man's land. So the Immortal Arc does finally go down, and Carpe's got a beat on this.
Oh, no. Do they know? That's the question. I don't think they do. Oh, they're definitely going to know now. Oh, Tuba.
Was he over
Was
water?
he over the water? Yeah, that's my thought too. He must have been, because it doesn't look like Arc is going for this res.
Yeah.
Some things to note with this. The traditional convention is to follow the attacking team out of spawn to show that the fight is resetting, and that's what the Tracer POV was for. Then, when the fight truly begins, you can switch to the POV that makes no sense from there. And because of the evidence we gathered earlier in the first two maps, we know that Fusion is the perceived better team, and they have since capped point 2, and they're holding point A, and that we are able to notice that Carpe was on the defense, on his own, holding on a sight lane with no pressure. Especially since it's a sniper, you can show their POV, because if they don't hit the shot, you can immediately switch off of them. And this is why, instead of watching Tuba fall to his doom, we watch Carpe's POV and him getting an amazing shot off. So those are 2 examples of how to use information for a one-sided match. So our takeaways from this are rapid POV swaps are okay, as long as they reward the viewer with the best information for the team fight. And you should deviate from spectating the perceived better team win. There are interesting strategies proposed by the losing team for moments of clear momentum change, and when you want to show the skill disparity between 2 teams. Well, thank you for watching. If you have any ideas on how to spectate one-sided matches, comment them so others can see.